This instrument is called as surface resistivity meter. The model number is SRM 100D. It is a digital display meter. The moment we keep it on, we get certain display. The display shows the temperature and humidity level also. And on the center there is a button which is called as press to read. And on the back side of the meter there are two fixed electrodes. Whenever we want to measure the surface resistance of any material, we need to just keep this instrument on that given surface. For example, if I want to know the surface resistance of the foam, I am keeping this on the foam and pressing it to measure the value. Now you can see the value of the foam is 2.82 into 10 to the power of 12 ohms at 25 degrees centigrade and 55% RH. Similarly, if I want to measure the surface resistance of a given metal plate, I am putting the surface resistance meter on the plate and pressing the value. I get a value of less than 10 to the power of 3, indicating that it is conductive. Similarly, if I want to measure the surface resistance of a plastic cover, I keep it on a given table and measure the value. I get a value of more than 10 to the power of 13 ohms. Make sure that the table has to be a wooden table or a glass table and the surface has to be flat. The sample needs to be kept on the table and measured it. The process is very simple and it hardly takes any time to know the values. There is a chart which shows you the resistance of various material and their classifications. If the resistance value is 10 to the power of 5 ohms, then we term as conductive. If the resistance value is between 6 to 8, we say as dissipative. If the resistance value is from 10 to the power of 9 to 10 to the power of 11, we say antistatic. And if the resistance values are more than 10 to the power of 11, which comes to 12 and 13, we call as insulators. So based on this classification, we can decide whether this material will conduct electricity or not and to what extent it will conduct it. There is a provision of two external electrodes also which can be attached, and then we can measure the surface resistance at different places also. For example, from the tabletop to the floor part or from the chair to the bottom part by using these external probes. This digital meter is very useful and very handy to classify materials and note whether our material falls in what categories.
आप ये प्रोडक्ट बाई करना चाहते हो तो नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में हमारा कंपनी का वेबसाइट है, आप वहां से जाके खरीद सकते हो। हमारा ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो प्लीज़ लाइक शेयर कर देना और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना।